Welcome back, everyone. In this segment, I'm going to discuss the Pistons' future and what I think may happen within it. Talk about the Pistons' future now that we're to the off season. It starts with free agency and the draft. I'm not quite certain when the draft's going to be this year. I know they're going to try to have it earlier than they did last year, and I think that's a certainty. But whether it's going to be in July or August, I'm not certain of at this point. I'm not even sure the N.B.A. is. However, I believe with the way things are going with the coronavirus and the like, that the N.B.A. is going to try to have a regular season, hopefully with maximum number of fans allowed at every game like they'd like to have, and then we can go from there. But for right now, that still is going to make uncertainty when exactly the draft or free agency are going to be. So with that having been said, when they do occur, I have a player in mind that I think the Pistons ought to take with their first round selection if he's available. I'm not going to get into who that player is right now, but I will say this. What the Pistons need the most is a point guard. The reason why I'm saying that is because Killian Hayes had a severe injury this year, and frankly, when he didn't play like the 7th selection in the draft. I thought Saddiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart played far better for being taken well after him. And it would do the Pistons a lot of good to have insurance at starting point guard for the future, because that is their most glaring weakness. Now, with that having been said, I would imagine with their second round selection that they may take a shooting guard, or they may just take the best player available. And if they have more than one second round selection, then I would say they would take a shooting guard and then probably either trade off the other selection or whatever they're going to do with it, or just take the best player available, or take a player that they could trade and go from there. The reason why I say a shooting guard is because Wayne Ellington's a free agent this year, and I don't think he'll be back. And Rodney McGruder, I don't believe, is going to be back either. And then I think the Pistons are going to have to make a choice between Dennis Smith Jr. and Corey Joseph. And considering that all four of those players are shooting guards, they're going to definitely need another shooting guard in the draft, and perhaps even in free agency. If I had to guess between Dennis Smith Jr. and Corey Joseph, I think that Corey Joseph will be back, which leaves Dennis Smith Jr. as the odd man out. It also makes it a little bit unfortunate because Dennis Smith Jr. is the player they got when they traded Derrick Rose to the Knicks, though they did get a second round selection as well, I believe. So that's why they'll be able to afford to move on from Dennis Smith Jr. if they want to and if need be. I would also suspect that sometime during next season, and I would imagine not too long, but not certain, depending on how things go, before the cutoff point, that Mason Plumlee will probably be traded so Isaiah Stewart can take over for him as the starting center. I definitely think that's in the works. When exactly that occurs next season, I'm not sure. But if the Pistons start looking like they're going to be a playoff team, I believe they'll hang on to Mason Plumlee through next season and perhaps trade him in the offseason thereafter. That should give you an idea of my thought process on this. I don't expect Troy Weaver to be willing and dealing as much as he had to this year. I think you're going to see any free agents they sign be on a limited basis, and who those free agents may be will depend on who's available, and I'm not certain as of yet who the potential free agents are for this upcoming season. So there will be a special on that when free agency starts, and I'll have that for you. And also, as a program note, I want to thank the one new subscriber that subscribed in the past few weeks, albeit I haven't had a show recently. And I apologize for being late with this show, but what ended up happening is I had some vehicle problems which delayed me. So that's why you're seeing me catching up on coverage of things. And I will sum up what I wasn't able to cover through breaking news or the like with a special Sports with Ed, probably on Tuesday, could be on Wednesday. I'll let you guys know on that, and you'll see it when it occurs. And that will do it for another episode and the season finale of the Detroit Pistons tonight for the 2020-21 season. If you're on the roads, drive safely. If you're out barbecuing, have fun with that for sure. And if you're watching the Warriors Grizzlies game right now, enjoy it. Whatever you're doing, have fun, stay safe, and hopefully before too much longer, none of us will have to wear a mask. My name is Ed Moss. Take care and have a good night. Goodbye for now.